Our second is a man named Tarrae. Tarrae was born in the 1700s on a farm with his two parents. Tarrae, you could say, wasn't the most normal child, and he was really scrawny, like skinny, and he had a big like cheeks, and like his teeth were really messed up, and his family knew he was kind of special because he was always hungry, like 24 hours a day. He was starving, and they would feed him. They had a pretty good job, but it would never be enough. And now, I already told you that he lives on a farm, but as you think about it, a farm has chickens, pigs, cows and stuff.
Moo.
And to Tarrae, food. So, Tarrae on his normal days, around 13, would just, do normal things like rip cows apart and eat their bodies, and rip chicken feathers off of chickens and eating them whole while they're still alive. Normal stuff. And he would keep this from his family. And one day they find out and they kick him out. So Tarrae is living on the streets, eating trash, and one day he gets an idea. Hey, this would be a good job. So people from all around France would come and give garbage to Tarrae, and Tarrae would eat the garbage full. And one day he got very sick, and they brought him to the hospital. And the doctors were really fascinated and did a couple of blood tests and things like that, and found that he didn't have a sickness or anything. So they're like, how could he eat like that? And they pretty much, the first test was they gave him an eel, and he ate the whole eel. And I mean, you may be asking, well, what's so weird about that? It's Tarrae. He eats a lot of stuff. Well, think about it. Have you ever seen like the skeleton of an eel? Like it has all those little ribs, and like it has a skull and all those little ribs that are really spiky. And he feels no pain. He's fine. So the doctors assume we have a demon on our hands.
Out of this house. Out of this house.
And so, they think, wait, if he can swallow things like that, he could swallow anything. And at this time, they were in a war with Germany, and they thought, he could be a spy for us, and he could eat stuff, have it in his stomach, and send it to the other people by shitting it out whole. So they're like, perfect. So they send him there. But he had some key details that didn't really make him the greatest spy. One, it's not very stealth when you're a scrawny kid with a humongous cheeks that's running around frantically eating trash and dogs. So, wasn't very stealth. Also, he didn't know how to speak German at all, so that wasn't really help either. So he ended up getting caught, and they made him sit in a cell till he shit it out. And he finally did, and they found out that it didn't have anything and that it was just a social experiment. And he gets back to the hospital. And at this point of his life, he was getting a little worse, getting even more hungry than he was before. And he was caught trying to bite people or eat people, or going into people's blood test room and drinking their blood. Stuff like that, normal.
Pretty normal.
Yeah. So, then, one day, they were giving Tarrae one of his treatments for his stomach, because sometimes it was kind of upsetting him, so they would get like painkillers, things like that. And the nurse comes in and says, Doctor, there's a baby's missing, doctor. a baby's missing. What are we gonna do? And they closed the door and they were like, just figure out, get a case. And the doctor walked up to Tarrae, looked down, looked back up, looked down, and said, Tarrae, did you eat a fucking baby? So Tarrae was kicked out of the hospital. Next thing you know, he dies. And the doctor decides, you know what, I want to see what's really inside this guy. And they look, and they find that his whole body is just one tube going from his throat all the way down to like his rectum and his all that stuff. And so pretty much his stuff would just fall and then out. And that's the story of Tarrae. And here's a word from our sponsors. Oh wait, we don't have any? Alright.